Hello, how are you guys? My name is Ernesto Herrero, and I'm here to narrate my comic, which is titled The Black Eagle, The Face Off. Well, just a little bit about the past. In the first comic, Jose Canillo, who is the protagonist, starts to find himself. He starts to think of himself as a patriot, a person who loves his country and protects everyone in it. In the second comic, a new president jumps into the White House, which is, in this case, Donald Trump. He's been injecting fear into the lives of immigrants and many other minorities. Jose Canillo sees this and tries to kill Trump, but he fails. Therefore, he's sent to jail for around 20 years. He's then bailed out somehow by a lot of foundations that raise money and minorities and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, he's just out of prison and back into his house. The story begins by showing a panel of Jose Canillo just laying down on the street, looking at himself in a puddle. He's probably thinking how much his life has changed after 20 years in jail. After thinking about his life in jail, Jose Canillo knew that he had to do one thing in specific that he failed to do before, and it was to kill the current dictator. Jose Canillo gets home and sees the portrait of Trump he hung on the wall as a form of motivation, and he says, "I predicted 12 years of you. You have impressed me. Now, Mr. Trump, it's time to go." Jose Canillo now takes daily walks just to think of what's going on in his life. 20 years ago, people used to believe in the Black Eagle, but now, since it hasn't made an appearance, they just don't believe anymore. To recuperate his mental health, Jose Canillo will attend different programs where people that feel depressed and sometimes just want to talk about something go to. One day, Jose Canillo went outside to check if he had any mail. He saw one particular letter that called his attention. He asked himself, "What is this?" He went inside his house to read it, and it said,
Dear Black Eagle, my name is Simon. I miss you. They gave you 20 years to think of a better plan. Now do it. Dictators. Signed by Simon.
Right after that letter, he felt renewed. He felt motivated. He felt like he needed to create a plan to not let these people down. He knew what he had to do and said to himself, "Trump, you're done." He says to himself, "Since that letter, everything's been better. Trump, I want you." That's all he was thinking about, day and night, day after day, week after week, month after month. That's all that came to his mind. One day, Jose Canillo turns on the TV and changes the channel to the news channel. He sees that President Trump is doing a conference. Trump says, "I'll start to answer some phone calls soon, debating some issues." Jose Canillo immediately thinks and says, "I'm gonna call right this second." Jose Canillo calls, and Trump answers. "Hello, how are you?" "Good, and you, sir? What's your issue? What's your issue? What's your name?" Jose Canillo responds with, "The Black Eagle." Trump says, "Oh no." Workers in the White House start to see the frustration Trump has in his face. They ask, "Who is it?" And Trump responds with, "The Black Eagle." After that phone call, the White House became a maniac's house. Everything was crazy. The setup to protect the president was one never seen before. Dogs, military weapons, an excessive amount of people protecting the White House, snipers, everything just to protect this dictator that deserved nothing but death. Jose Canil knew the White House was gonna be packed with protection, so he did his plan again and again and again until it had absolutely no flaws. Jose Canil knew that everything around him created a lot of stress for him, so he decided to inspect the city a little bit, take a walk, and clear his mind. He went to bed thinking about his plan. Tomorrow was a really big day, therefore he had a really big dream. The dream consisted of CNN reporting at 7:30 a.m. on February 8, 2018, that President Trump was finally dead. Thank you to everyone that watched this video, and please stay tuned for The Black Eagle. It's finally over.